Farm News Media presents Farm News 5.
Michigan's congressional delegation weighs in on NAFTA and trade. 2017 was a down year for Michigan honey, but 2018 is looking up for Michigan wheat. And Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts has a look at market activity. I'm Janelle Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
We have seen U.S. agriculture exports since the agreement came into force grow to 4 times over that period in terms of trade with Canada and Mexico. So it's been successful there. And again, on the state level, Canada-Michigan trade in agriculture and agri-food is now $2 billion, roughly equally split in terms of imports and exports. We are your largest export market. About 60% of everything you produce and export is sent to Canada. So it's extremely important for us and extremely important for all 3 countries.
NAFTA and trade in general are on a lot of people's minds lately, whether you're across the border or right here in Michigan.
When we look at trade agreements, we have to understand that what we might have put in place 20 years ago may not be exactly what we need going forward. So don't be afraid to tweak those agreements so they reflect the nature of our business, because we are an exporter. We produce and we export.
Agriculture needs markets, so whatever is done needs to move us forward. There are things that I'd like to see that would be good for Michigan to tighten up on trade enforcement and some other areas to level the playing field so that we're exporting products, not jobs. I think that's very, very important for us in Michigan, but we can't go backwards, and our farmers who are so productive need to be able to sell overseas.
The head of the Michigan Wheat Program has high hopes for the 2018 wheat crop.
For Michigan wheat and our wheat crop, really a lot of it depends on the fall. And I think we were really lucky because last year we had a pretty good fall. Acreage is up. When you look at the ag statistics, they're saying that we have over 500,000 acres that were planted, which is up for us, especially based on the last couple years. And when we look at where we've been with yield, we set a record a couple years ago in 16 with average yield of 89 bushels per acre. That's dropped back down again last year to about 79 bushels per acre. But when you look at what's out there this year, so far it looks really good.
Honey production was down in Michigan and across the country in 2017. Honey production in the state last year totaled 3.9 million pounds, down 27% from 2016. Nationally, Michigan ranked 9th in honey production, down 1 rank from the previous year. And across the country, honey production in 2017 totaled 148 million pounds, down 9% from 2016.
Solar Land Use Agreements 101. Learn what you need to know from energy attorney Scott Story at fosterswift.com.
The Michigan Cattlemen's Association and affiliated breed associations will host the 2018 Michigan Beef Expo April 6th through the 8th in East Lansing. The expo includes shows and sales of various cattle breeds, a cattle industry trade show, an MCA member and guest reception, several youth educational contests, and a junior steer and heifer show. For a complete schedule and a sale catalog, visit Michigan Cattlemen's Association website at micattlemen.org. With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts.
Thanks, Janelle. Bullish figures from the USDA for U.S. planting intentions spurred prices higher Thursday. Corn acres were pegged at 88 million acres versus pre-report expectations of 89 million. The bigger surprise came from soybean acres, just under 89 million acres, versus the anticipated 91 million acres. Reduced acres for both will make weather changes all that more crucial. Traders will shift their focus away from South America to domestic forecasts as we move forward. Luckily for bulls, planting intentions stole the show, as quarterly stocks were downright bearish for corn and beans. Pre-report estimates were more on point than planting intentions, however, which will have helped soften the blow. A 2.1 billion bushel figure as of March 1st will be burdensome for soybeans, which is a 21% increase from March 1st of 2017. Corn stocks are also historically large at 8.9 billion bushels, up 3% from last year. Exports have been disappointing and will be watched closely, especially with trade tensions between the U.S. and China. For more market information, go to michiag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betts.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Brose. Have a great week of farming.